My name is Dr. Manshad Satti. I am the CEO of Eduserv. Eduserv is a company which aims to provide IoT, Internet of Things, which is basically an hardware and software tools for the education of the next generation. I set up this company in 2016. I have over 25 years of experience in different IT sector. My maximum experience or my knowledge is about the cyber security and security, but I was involved in digital trainings and online trainings and professional trainings. So I started realizing that education really requires more tools and more IT environment. So that's what I created a new company called Eduserv in 2016. And within 3 years, alhamdulillah, we have now a number of equipments, number of software, number of tools, which actually helps universities, institutions, even at the school level, to deliver the education with the help of the tools. That's a very good question. Because of the Pakistan's current situation, it is an emerging market when it comes to a business. With the new census, we have around 64 million students from KG, primary to even PhD. All those stats are available. Now 64 million is a very big quantity. But another alarming data about Pakistan is that 25 million students are out of school. So I am more looking to those 25 millions which are our Pakistani kids and they are out of school. So how we can address this one? Now alone government may not be able to do that, and alone a private company may not also do that to cater 25 million education, 25 million out of school people. Now those are in different categories. Some of them because of the poverty, some of them because of the social reason, some of them are because of the far-flung areas where the schools and physical buildings and infrastructure is not available. Globally, this fact is now accepted that bricks and mortar model may not address the requirement of the future, because the population and the diversity in education now needs a new tools, which is basically an online content and online education. So I started thinking that if I can develop an online courses and the delivery platform, then we can even help government of Pakistan to educate the people who are far-flung area, or if there is any cultural problem. When I said cultural problem, it means that mostly the girls are not been sending to the schools, and we can give them an education at their own house if they have internet. Now internet is now available almost everywhere because of the 3G and LTE and now 4G. So that means internet is available. All you need one gadget and you can start your education. Smart is like not only the word, it really means when it says smart education, it starts from very beginning that you should have a digital board where teacher can draw and teacher can run the slides as well as videos as well as all the digital content. Then teacher should have its own podium, which is a digital podium. Then all these podiums are connected with the environmental control system, which is basically light and sound. And then you can also integrate with the lecture capturing solution, which means that any lecture is going or in a daytime, that is available for the student in evening time. It will also address the problem of tuition. As you know that most of the parents now, school fee is one expense, but tuition fee is another expense. How can we address, if we have a good content, let's say chemistry, physics, mathematics, English, those contents are available through our learning management system, through our own cloud. Actually, we set up a cloud called EduCloud. That EduCloud will have all the content available. All we need that the parents, especially mother and father, if available on evening time, definitely can just ask their kids to sit on the system and get the most the knowledge from the online education. The good example is Khan Academy US, and we can make our Khan Academy in Pakistan if we develop a content which is more suitable for our own kids. because some of the areas, some of the curriculum, some of the the syllabus is not as exactly as US. So we will set up our content based on the federal board, based on the other boards, and some common subjects, so that we can minimize, we cannot eliminate, because it's a big industry and they all will not happy to listen this news, but it will be like a more modern approach that Twitter even can use. Any tuition can be done online as well. It is again, you see that it's a third step of learning. The first step of learning is a text-based learning. So you have all the books, but every book has some picture, and that's called figure 1, figure 2, figure 3. Similarly, when you are even in exam, and a student which need to have some picture as well. So first is a text, second is a figure which is static, and the third one is a video. Now, if there is a video, basically you are providing an education with the proper, like you are conducting my interview. So you see my body language, you are kind of eye contacting me. So if you have a content with the video, basically the student anywhere is in contact with the teacher, and we can make it interactive lecture as well, so that they can ask the question in real time as well. Honestly speaking, not in my knowledge, if it ever happens here, maybe in a very small scale. Earlier people start thinking that video conferencing solution can be used for education, but that is not exactly purpose-built education. We have done this experiment in Saudi Arabia and Middle East, also in Australia, and it was wonderful, it was very successful, and I aim to bring that technology to Pakistan. And alhamdulillah, we have done a number of projects now here, and all those lectures, we can give you an example that even a complex equation such as Fourier series or Boolean algebra or anything, or even you can learn at your home while watching those lectures. The trend is going towards the tools. For example, mobile phone, and you saw that almost every guy who can afford or not afford have a modern phones, feature phone, and those phones are not only for listening calls, but it can be a tool for education as well. So we purposely would like to have something similar to the mobile phone, not a tab, even bigger than tab, which could replace the school bags. And also the Chromebook you may heard is not a PC, it is not a laptop, and it is not a tab. It is purpose built educational kit, which basically look like a laptop like this one, but it has all the education tools, and we can embed all our learning management system, and we can connect to our Eduserv cloud, which will be available for Pakistani institutions. And last thing, that we try to minimize the cost of ownership, or the cost which can be bearable in Pakistan as well. It was a very good initiative that they have done some survey, and their vision, HEC vision, I already read that, and they thought that maybe it would be too early to do such a innovative steps, but we are already experienced in Middle East and Australia. That's what it was easy for me. Even I saw their vision, we set up this one, we started working on 2016, they have done this in 2017. So vision is right, timeline I think is not right. It should be started in 2017, and 18 should be the year when HEC should be ready to implement this one. Still we are available as a local company here in Pakistan. If HEC would like to have any such system such as EduCloud and digital education, online education, e-learning, or you name it, it has a different variations, but at the end of the day, how to reach to the students, how the education will reach to the doorstep of these students or intended students, that we have already overcome, and you saw our different solutions. and now we have displayed in NUST and other universities, and we will try to do as much as kind of introduction and marketing. Both institutions are government institutions and they have a mandate to do the online education. We are a technology provider. We are not able to issue any degree, or neither we have any plan to have our own education. All we need to assist these universities such as Allama Iqbal, such as virtual university, and any university who would like to have an online education. Now, because the regulatory body is HEC, without their permission, they cannot do it. However, HEC has a plan to introduce a blended education, which means the traditional education, which is on their campuses, and some of the courses they can offer online. We fits perfectly when there is a blended education. And slowly and surely, by next 3 years, most of the courses will be available online for Pakistani students. But that required a lot of hardwares, which is called IoTs. We, alhamdulillah, have our own IoTs. We are original equipment manufacturer. We have timely invested this one in Korea as well as China. So all the equipment, whatever we have, 88 or 90% we are manufacturer. And we don't focus only on a Pakistani market. However, our priority is a Pakistani market. But we are equally getting a very good response from the Middle East, especially from Saudi Arabia. I have no doubt about it. It is exactly the question where somebody will ask someone in 1996 that how do you think about the mobile phone? It is exactly the same question which you are asking me. Again, in 2005, if you ask somebody what is the future of smartphone or feature phone, and definitely if he has the knowledge, if he reads the news, if he watches the television, if he knows how Europe, America, Australia, Canada is doing, he will say definitely this phone will definitely come to Pakistan. So the smart education, online learning, professional learning will come in Pakistan. There is no doubt about it. We don't consider only universities, schools, colleges as an institution. We also equally preparing Pakistanis industry as well as organization for their professional trainings. And every big organization must have a smart classroom and smart lecture hall for their employees for their education as well. For example, safety. Safety is very poor in Pakistan. If you have workplace safety courses online available, no matters you have 100 employees or 10,000 employees, you can offer them a course online. So, and similarly like PIA, WAPDA, and you name it, federal ministries, everyone needs a digital contents on their own workplace safety, and similar professional education like now cyber security, information security. These are the topics which we can offer them. Today you see a lot of banking incidents are happening in Pakistan. Do you see any awareness course available for Pakistani to read through? No. If there is a content that how to protect your PIN, how to use your credit card, how to use your debit card, how the ATM look like, how ATMs can be scanned, do you have some content available for general public? Was not the duty of our regulator to prepare this one? Was not the duty of the banks to have this awareness for their client? We are providing these services in Saudi banks, in UAE banks, and different banks. So we have a content. All we need and just a willingness from the bank and willingness from our regulators, which is State Bank. So we can mitigate a lot of risk by having a right information for the right time for the right people. We can translate that awareness into Urdu. We can translate that into the Punjabi, Sindhi, Balochi, Pashto, any language which is available in Pakistan. Basic content is the same. It's just a transfer of language, as well as still English is very prevalent here in Pakistan as well. Well, see, we are trying to contact people, responsible people, and meantime, as I said, our development phase is almost in the final stage. So the equipment physically you can touch and feel, you can see in action. We have now number of videos, number of lectures captured, our infrastructure is ready. All we need that the right quarter should approach to us, or we should approach to the right quarter rather. And that's the Ministry of Education and Higher Education Commission and so on. So hopefully with your support, because media is playing a vital role in a society. You are the fourth pole of the entire any democratic state, especially Pakistan. If our message is conveyed, I think this message has to be conveyed on a larger context, so that the students, parents, teacher, educators, university management, vice chancellor, if they know that this capability and this skill is available in Pakistan, they should give us an opportunity as well to try out our solution and see how it can benefit to their student as well as the university itself.